Right there was Luke Reed. Luke stopped the touchdown right there, but a beautiful pass right there to Quinn Turner, number 23, and it's going to be first down, Joe. That was that slant pass that has hurt us all year. As they do that quick slant, and he got that ball on the run.
Yeah, Abington made that famous the run pass option, and again, beautiful play. But again, that's why Ridgeview is averaging almost 40 points a game.
Going deep this time, and they've got again, that's overthrown. Great defensive coverage again by Gate City, but the pass was overthrown again by about 2 yards. He's trying to go deep, but both times he has tried to go deep tonight, he's overthrown the intended receiver. That was the same play, just on the going toward the other end right. This time. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. That was a good opportunity for them to try that. As they spread the field out again, 3 wide receivers to this side, 1 to the far side. Here comes a run right here as they spread it out. As they take the ball right there, their star running back right there as he breaks 2 or 3 tackles and gets the ball down to the 25-yard line. You could just see what was going to happen. They spread Gate City out right there, and they hand the ball off right there to Adkins.
They've watched the film of Daniel Boone, and that's what they did with Cole with us. They spread us out. Again, a big, strong back going straight at us. Again, eating up the clock, eating up yards. They're staying ahead of the chains. Again, 3rd manageable, 2nd and manageable, and they've got another 3rd down and 2 in our territory.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 2, shotgun formation as they hand the ball straight ahead. This time we knew what was coming as he almost fumbled the ball as he reached straight ahead. They spread the offense or defense out that time, but let's see what they are going to call. They're going to call it 4th down and less than a yard. 4th down and maybe a foot or 2. So
possibly. Hey, quick score. Richlands, you remember the large kicker that's going to Wake Forest?
Yes.
Just now the 52-yarder.
Wow.
Against Bluefield. It's 7-3 at Richlands, but again, 52 yards, and they said he had still about 10 yards of the way to go. So
I can believe that. 4th and inches right there as they're going to run the option right there. Quarterback on the keep. He's going to get more than the first down. He's breaking 2 tackles, 3 tackles. If he gets to the outside, he's into the end zone, and let's see if they give it to him. Touchdown, breaking 3 tackles as he takes it to the left side, breaks over to the far right, and gets in just to the pylon. That was their quarterback right there on the keeper, Tyler O'Quinn. So he faked the option, he kept the ball just looking for the first down, broke about 3 tackles right there, went from the inside, or from the left side all the way across to the right pylon into the end zone, Joe.
How much time are you showing on the clock?
6 and some blimps, so we'll say about 6:11 to go in the 2nd quarter or first half. On for the extra point is going to be Ridgeview to extend the lead to 21 points. And we're waiting on the snap. Snap back, hold, and kick is going to be good. So with 6:11 to go in the first half, your new score, Ridgeview 21, our Gate City Blue Devils 0. We'll take a break. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
If you're looking for the best selection of sweet treats to indulge in, or maybe you're looking to stay with your healthy lifestyle, they have it all at Sweet Frog in Kingsport. This family-owned and Christian-based business proudly serves our region with delicious combinations of frozen yogurt and hundreds of combinations of toppings. They now have Silk Almond Milk Yogurt, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive 10% off of your entire purchase. Sweet Frog is open 7 days a week and located in the Kingsport Pavilion Shopping Center. That's near Target and behind the Verizon store on Stone Drive. They also host parties, so give them a call today at 423-245-3764 or check them out on Facebook.
Again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legion Field on homecoming. As there's a little over 6 minutes to go, Ridgeview has scored again with the running of their machine right there, as you want to call it right there. Trenton Adkins. Adkins ran the ball hard to get him in position. Then what happened? They faked the ball to Adkins, and the quarterback kept the ball as he dodged 2 or 3 tackles and got into the end zone with a great effort. has made the score 21-0 as Ridgeview looks to kick the ball off. So back deep, it's going to be Gate City. They actually kick it short as we get the ball at about the 28. We've got running room right there. As they kicked the ball to the wrong person, and they're definitely going to call a penalty right there as he was tackled by his helmet. Who was that? That's the player that jumped out last week. That was Landon Blanton, Joe. Landon returned the ball across midfield, and I do believe it's going to be a personal foul on Ridgeview. Let's see. Dead ball. Personal foul.
Against Gate City.
That's going to be against Gate City. I just don't see how that. I must have missed, but 15-yard penalty. But they tackled. For those of you watching and those of you here at the stadium listening in, you can see where they tackled him by his helmet and actually took him down. And I just did not see the personal foul on Gate City. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Gate City from their own 37-yard line. But again, a great return right there by Landon. And there's going to be another marker before we can get started. Let's see what they call this time. Dead ball. Offsides. Defense. So it's going to be lined up in the neutral zone. It looked like that's the second time that's been called on Ridgeview, and I think it's the same player. Right tackle, right guard.
Looks like DeAndre Mack is in at quarterback here. 1st down and 5.
1st and 5, Mack. Let's see what Mack wants to do, see if they decide to air it out. Mack is going under the shotgun. Let's see what they've got right here. They've got two running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the right side. He's going to run the option. He does the toss option. Great way to hang on to it. It was kind of a sloppy toss right there to Logan Tomlinson. But Logan holds on to it and gets about 1 yard to 2 yards. They kind of read that one right there as we went. Looks like they're going to keep Mack in there as they may be switching out from time to time. It looks like Coach has got Sally standing right beside of him there. And they may be going to start switching the quarterbacks out. But I think he's going to see what can Andre do different to maybe stem the tide right here. Andre Mack under center right there as he hands the ball. He's going to pitch the ball, this time to Reed. Reed gets maybe 1 yard, maybe 2 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Joe, until we're able to pass the ball, they're creeping up a little more. They've got two guys possibly back, but if you count the guys in the box right now, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's just basically it's a 53 almost. They're playing the safety of top, and they're basically, again, they're doing what Union did, just going man up and just daring us to throw it.
And our third option of that possession right there, we get up to about the 45-yard line, but we need to about the 47. So again, do we go for it on 4th down? So we've not been able to stop them. The best way to stop them is to keep the ball. So it's going to be 4th down and 2 as they decide to call the punt team in, and Vermillion will be kicking from about his 30s where he's going to receive it. Let's see if we try to draw them off. Back deep is going to be their big speedster, Quinn Turner. He's the wide receiver that's been doing so good tonight. As there's a timeout on the field, I don't really think Ridgeview was ready for that. They had about...
Well, they came out a little bit unorthodox. They had 2 splits, and they had all gunners on the field. So a little bit different formation as that's thrown Ridgeview off. And you talk about scoring around the region. Chilhowie now up 14-0 over Virginia High. And the guy that called the Hampton game, so far he's good. And I think that's me. 7-0 Hampton has gone down the field and plunged it in from 25 yards out. Again, 7-0 Hampton leads with about 1 minute left in the Greenville already scoring. 14 to nothing.
Surprise.
Yeah, I think that's about as close as it's going to get. Narrow is 13 nothing over Holston at this point. Graham and Princeton has actually scored, went for 2. They have an 8-7 lead early on Graham. Farragut has plunged in from 10 yards out, and it's 7-0 Farragut over Science Hill.
Joe, thank you for everything. Not only are you doing the board, doing the color commentary, but you're also keeping up with the scores. A special thank you to everyone that's sending scores in from other places they may be tonight as they watch or listen to us here on the home of Blue Devil Sports, the Gate City Sports Radio. Again, 4th and 2. We're going to run the option. This is Mac keeping it this time. Mac drives straight ahead as he dives over the 50-yard line. Great fake on the option right there with Mac. He seems to be a little faster than Sally.
Yeah,
and just really was able to cut and make a sharper break right there to get over to the 50-yard line.
Just as we talk about scoring, Eastside has rolled right back down the field. Garrett Whitehead with a 12-yard touchdown reception from Rasnick. Eastside now leads Norton 14-13.
3:15 to go here in the first half. Mac under center as he hands the ball off. And going straight ahead down to the 46-yard line is going to be Tomlinson, who gets the ball about 4 yards. So Mac seems to bring a different perspective into the game. Nothing against Sally. It's just a kind of a quicker pace, and where he just may be quicker himself.
And you know they caught Union off guard. I know it was in the second half last week, but again, he was able to find some running room and some throwing alleys as well.
Mac hands the ball off this time to the back running back. It's going to be Tomlinson again, where he's going to be pushed out of bounds. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line. What will that give Gate City? That'll make it 1st and 10 at the Ridgeview 36, Joe. Great running right there by Tomlinson. Tomlinson just put that arm out and said, "You're not going to tackle me this way."
And what's happening? They're going down the field. No turnovers, no penalties. Of course, knock on wood, that keeps up. But again, Gate City can do this. They can keep Ridgeview's offense off the field. Things can happen for the Blue Devils.
Reed and Tomlinson both in the backfield as they hand the ball off to Reed. Reed gets a hole. He's going to get about 7 to 8 yards down to about the 27-yard line. The holes are opening up a little wider as they've got to respect Mac's speed and also his arm a little more.
Quick score. 4 plays Greenville has run on offense. They've scored 3 touchdowns. 21-0 Greenville. Clock's already running in Greenville.
Sounds like they've slacked off a little bit down in Greenville. Again, Mac under center. You've got Reed and Tomlinson in the backfield. Got 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Hand off to Reed, straight ahead. Reed puts his head down and goes straight ahead for more than 5 yards, more than 10 yards. He is down to the 16-yard line for another Gate City first down.
Most impressive drive probably in the last few weeks, if you think about it. I mean,
yes,
they are going at this larger Ridgeview group. I'm going right at them, and they're right now in the red zone.
Reed is running angry, you might say, as they fake the handoff to Reed and they go straight ahead. This time, Ridgeview's ready. We still get about 2 to 3 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 7. Tomlinson carrying the ball this time down to the 14-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and about 8, getting down to about 120 to go in the first half.
Possibly.
Looking at the scoreboard, we see a 1 and then a bunch of blinking things. Everything looks like a 7 to us. So as Mac under center right there, he's going to hand the ball off to Reed. He pushes, this is Tomlinson. Tomlinson running hard this time. Tomlinson running down to the 5-yard line. As you can hear the train whistle blow in the backfield right there. Coming up a little game on that was one of the linemen for Ridgeview, that he's going to be able to stay in the game. Couldn't get the number. I believe that was number 63, Mason Mullins. If any of his family's listening, Mason Mullins seems to be fine. As we spread it out, Again, a little over a minute to go. 1st and 5 as Mack tries to run the option. There's a fumble right there. The ball is knocked away, and